You're in Braves country. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks. Changing speeds east and west. A gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright. The father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play. Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly. And his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts. A plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitchers lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip Carey 2. Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren. Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young. The game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves Country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
Like me, you can't smoke like me. You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes?
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub call. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky bird.
you not be romantic about baseball.
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. A banger, and she's gone, baby.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have, and the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Breen. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first, and here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose what stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Play ball! At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
On this date in 1957, the Milwaukee Braves clinched the National League pennant on the way to a World Series title, defeating the St. Louis Cardinals 4-2 thanks to Hank Aaron's 11th inning home run. Milwaukee accomplishes the mark the first time since 1950 that a New York team has not raised the pennant for the National League. They will win that World Series versus the New York Yankees. On this date in 1984, the Detroit Tigers defeat the New York Yankees 4-1, making Sparky Anderson the first manager to win 100 games in a season in each league. As a skipper of the Big Red Machine in the National League, Sparky Anderson's teams won 108 games in 1975 and 102 in 76. And on this date in 1987, Albert Hall, needing a three-bagger to complete the cycle, hits a bases-empty two-out triple in the bottom of the ninth inning and scores the decisive run on Dave Smith's wild pitch, giving the Atlanta Braves a 5-4 walk-off victory over the Houston Astros. The 29-year-old outfielder is the first Brave to hit for the cycle since 1910. And Bill Collins accomplishes the rare feat for the Boston franchise, at the time known as the Boston Doves. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today.
Down a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set to bring you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside and get set for what should be a great day on Braves Country Radio. We'll go through the lineups today as the game moves along. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves Country. Good evening, Braves Country. We'll get into more salutations a little bit later. We're going to be going up against it on time. I was running from the college football scoreboard on CBS to over here, so I will be giving you the hollers and everything, and looking forward to Spencer Strider's last start. And we get to see this kid, Bubba Chandler. If you're looking for something to pay attention to, Bubba Chandler, he is one of the bright young arms in the Pittsburgh rotation that they expect to build off over the next couple of seasons. And I know a lot of the Pirates fan base are a little worse for the wear on some of the seasons they've had here recently, but the future's bright with that pitching rotation. You got Skeens, you've got Bubba Chandler, you got a couple of guys. You got Jared Jones, who didn't even really pitch this year, sat on the shelf all year long. This is going to be a deep rotation, and eventually they'll move some of these guys to get bats. You never know the Braves could be involved in this. So you want to pay attention to what Bubba Chandler's up to. He's got good stuff, electric stuff, high heat. He'll be bringing it tonight. And He has thrown 11 innings in his last 2 starts and 13 strikeouts. That's not nothing. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Get ready for the last Saturday night in Braves Country. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
adventures in time and space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
You're in Braves Country.
Braves Country. put that on your screen first as we give you the lineups real quick. Pirates leading off 1 through 9. It'll be O'Neill, Cruz in center, Triolo in third, Reynolds in right, Horwitz at second, Gonzalez at short, Bart the designated hitter, Sawinski the left fielder, and Flores the first baseman. Davis is behind the plate. For the Atlanta Braves, 1 through 9. Left field, it's Profar. First base, Olson. Acuna batting third and in right. The Drake is behind the plate and batting cleanup. Then it's Ha-Sung Kim, Michael Harris the second, Ozuna, Nacho Alvarez, and your second baseman tonight batting ninth will be Brett Wisely. Atlanta Braves are wearing their City Connects, light blue on the shoulders and the writing, outlined in red, white pants, the piping in blue outlined in red, blue ball cap, white front with the A representing the city of Atlanta, and the A written on the left chest with the numerals underneath on the right. Pittsburgh wearing their home grays, and we are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Yes, sir! It is baseball time in Braves country. The first pitch on the way is swung on and rattled up the middle. It's going to be an easy 6-3 put out. O'Neill Cruz, first pitch swinging. One away. Defensive placement for your Atlanta Braves tonight. It's Profar to Harris to Acuna across the outfield. Across the infield, round the horn left to right, it's Nacho to Kim to Wisely to Olson. Once again, Drake is behind the plate, and Spencer Strider on the bump. He fires the first pitch to the right-handed Jared Triolo. It's right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Triolo batting .226 with 7 home runs. The 0-1 swing, fouls it straight back, 96 miles an hour. He's bringing it. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. So the picture you see on there, if you didn't see the drops today, is the 0-2 right there. Caught like a strike 3. Yak him, buckled him there on the inside curve, 2 down. Might have been a wide strike, but we'll take it. Your home plate umpire tonight, he's calling him wide, and that's kind of his nature, is Brock Ballou. No relations to Buck Ballou that I could find, but I did find it interesting. Derek Thomas is at first. Second base is Wegner, Mark Wegner, and Bruce Dreckman is down the third base line. The first pitch on the way is a curveball right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Hope y'all enjoyed the clips I put together for you last night. I'm glad I did extra because they ended with the rain delay. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Thought some of those Hall of Fame speeches were really good. 0-2 count to Brian Reynolds. Spencer Strider with 1 strikeout here if you're just joining us. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the bender on the inside cut, and that'll end the inning. Pirates go down 1-2-3. We'll grab the bats when we return.
God, I just hate it. I have a dump truck ass and a great personality to boot.
I think that's the same safe we got last year from Sam's Club. Girl, yes, it's so much bigger and more roomy. You're gonna love it. I'm happy for y'all. Zach will be more than happy to come help. Yeah, he can definitely help get the smaller one downstairs and the bigger one up. Hold on. It's Jim and Carol. Be nice. You working out? I don't give a working out. Yeah. We'll be over in about 45 minutes, if that sounds okay. Yeah, that'll be so much fun. I'll bring the kids.
Oh, this damn thing's leaking. I gotta go to Lowe's. Damn, I gotta work on that today.
Let's go to the beach.
Get your phone out of my face.
Ooh!
We were playing the Twins the last game of the year, and I think at one time they had to carry the numbers out 5 digits to see who was winning. I might have been hitting 332, 165. Hal McRae was hitting 332, 191, you know, whatever. And I remember I got 3 hits that day, and my last at-bat, I hit an inside the park home run.
Brad hit a routine fly ball to left, and the Minnesota left fielder didn't see it, didn't play it well. The wind was not much of a factor, a little bit, and the ball dropped. And Hal McRae thought, well, maybe they'd let the ball drop so George and not Mac could win the batting title.
You know, all I did was hit it and run. I mean, I don't know what happened, and then Hal grounded out, and I ended up winning the batting championship, and Hal was pissed. And it took a little fun out of it.
Hal's emotions took over, and he started blaming Gene Mock, who was the manager of the Twins. That, hey, you told the white guy to let it fall in, and it got bad after the game.
Know that new sound you're looking for?
Welcome back. Atlanta Braves go to work with the sticks. Bubba Chandler on the bump. First pitch on the way, 98 mile an hour. P at the knees. It's a 1. Jerickson Profar leads us off. Righty-lefty matchup, the switch hitter. Batting .252 with 14 home runs, 43 RBI. The 1-0. Swing pops it up. Easy can of corn over by third base. Man, that was a mile high. Triolo's underneath it, 1 away. Both teams playing their games numbers 161, and they've only got 2 games left. Braves have 75 wins. Pirates have 70 wins. Pirates 70 and 90, Braves 75 and 85. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson. I guess that was a ball. All right, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Up high, misses 99 miles an hour, 2-0. What you're going to get from Bubba Chandler tonight is a 4-seamer, a changeup, a slider, and a curve. But that 4-seamer, he leans on 53% of the time because it is a good one. The 2-0 swing, chops it over to first. Underhanded by Flores. He'll flip it to Chandler. 2 down. 3-1 on the putout. He's got the changeup coming in at 23% and the slider 17%. Throws the curveball just enough to keep you off balance at 7%. Ronald Acuna Jr. standing in, batting .290. Chandler, the 4.44 ERA. Don't let that fool you. He's got good stuff. Don't expect him to go very deep into the game tonight. It's his last appearance for the season. They want to make sure he's ready to roll for 2026. The first pitch on the way to Acuna is a 4-seam fastball. Just under triple digits at 99. It's left to right across the outfield for the Buccos. It's Sawinski, O'Neill Cruz, and Reynolds. Around the horn, left to right, Triola to Gonzalez to Horowitz to Flores. The 1-0 swing rifles it up the middle. And that'll be an easy 6-3 putout. Davis is behind the plate, and Bubba Chandler was on the bump. Well, that was an easy 1-2-3. We'll head to the top of the second in a fast-moving first inning here in Atlanta.
You know what? I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's watermelon. Inside a watermelon.
All I want to tell you is school's not important. Be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a dog, you know?
Why is it when you meet an American in another country and you ask where they're from, they will never say the United States or America, but instead they will always say either the state they're from or the city? When I'm overseas and somebody asks me where I'm from, I'll say Australia, the country I'm from. And then I'll say Sydney if they ask. When I was in Spain, I asked this woman where she's from, and she says, I'm from California. And I know California is very largely recognized on a world scale, but just say America.
Why is it that if the government finds diamonds or oil in your backyard, it's government property? But if they find drugs, it's yours?
It never affected me and Hal's friendship. I always considered him one of the closest teammates, but winning your first batting championship, and then there's a little bit of controversy, it took a little fun out of it.
Here we are, we're supposed to be celebrating, let's go to the playoffs, and it was a little tense there. But then it smoothed over real quickly, and it was forgotten.
Now let's meet the starting lineup. Here's the man who guided the Yankees to their first postseason play in 12 years, the Yankee manager, Billy Martin.
I had said something before the playoffs. I'm 23 years old, and they said, hey, first playoff playing the Yankees. I said, yeah, I'd really like to beat them because they traded my brother. That's all it was. And then Billy's in the dugout, your brother was horse shit. That's why we traded him. You. Stuff like that. You know, Billy being Billy. And I'm going, what's wrong with this dude?
Bueno, do you know Jesus? My cousin Jesus? No. Did you get deported? Are you with immigration?
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Spencer Strider is smoked to the right side of the infield. It's going to get through for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for Horowitz and the Pittsburgh Pirates. First pitch on the way is a 96-mile-an-hour slider just outside to Nick Gonzalez. He's had some pretty good offensive games against the Braves. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Slider. Misses down and away, 2-0. 2-0 count. Swing, chops it over towards short. It's going to be a 6, 4, 3. Rally killing double play. So just like that, the twin killing wipes the bases clean. Kim to Wisely to Olsen. Not only did he get out of that, but he only took him a few pitches to do it. Spencer Strider now sitting at 11 pitches total. Heck, we keep moving like that, we're talking about pay dirt. Possibly a long inning tonight, even with it being his last one. A long game tonight, excuse me. First pitch on the way is 96 miles an hour, up high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it, slider down and away, ball 2-2. 2-0 count. Turns and flips it. Swing. That ball's going to drop into right center field, down for a base hit. Harris cuts it off. He'll keep it to a long single. Second hit of the ball game, second hit of the inning. Given up by Spencer Strider. So 1 on, 2 out. Curveball right there on the outer edge. Floats it up there for a strike to Jack Sawinski. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Curveball down and in. 0-2. Braves nothing. Pirates nothing. The 0-2. In the dirt, that ball hit him in the leg. Well, that'll bail him out. Curveball. He did on old Charlie Morton. Threw a curveball down and smacked him in the leg, and they've got runners on first and second and 2 outs. That's just another gift. hate those back foot curveballs, and I know the analytics tell them all this kind of stuff about it, but it always seems like to me when the Braves try to execute them, it ends up being a free base. First and second, 2 outs. Pitch on the way, swung on, foul back out of play, four-seam fastball. It's 1. Pete, if they do return him, they're going to have a really hard time selling tickets. That's all I know. And if they complain about it, I don't want to hear it. You can't say, let's run it back, when you're going to be 10 games under 500. The 0-1 slaps it over towards second. Wisely's got it, flips it to first, and that'll end the inning. Spencer Strider gets out of it, but he's got a lot of ducks all over the pond here in the inning. Let's get him some runs, Braves country.
Every time I order a cheeseburger, I make it a double so that a vegan out there in the world isn't actually making a difference.
30 minutes before we're gonna leave, you give me the heads up, I'll go to the bathroom, I'll crap the booze out, have a mint, good to go.
Crap and a mint.
Crap the booze out.
It works?
Sorta. Yeah. I'll check you guys later.
Popped up into short right, foul ball. Bensinger wants it. Cincinnati, the champions of baseball for 1990, with an improbable sweep over Oakland.
I don't fire everyone. I don't know. I just, it's been good. I just don't want to know anymore. Thank you. No. Fire everyone.
Billy being Billy. And I'm going, what's wrong with this dude? I never even said 2 words about it. And I remember that year in spring training, my brother was with him. And first time I ever faced my brother Ken. He's pitching for the Yankees in spring training, comes over to Fort Myers. He always said he was going to drill me. First pitch he threw was kind of up and in, and then he threw me a fastball. I hit a home run over the center field fence off him. And as I'm rounding third base, pitchers don't normally just stand on the mound. He comes over and he shakes my hand before I get to home plate. And we're laughing. So he goes back to the dugout, and Billy, as a joke, all the guys in the Yankee dugout, they get up and sit down the right field line, and my brother is sitting in the dugout all by himself. So I thought Billy had a sense of humor. That year in the playoffs, he did not have a sense of humor, and he never had a sense of humor about me the rest of his life. I never was his friend and didn't want to be his friend.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac McGee, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way. Drake Baldwin. This is inside for a ball. It's 1-0, or actually down and inside. Righty-lefty matchup. Baldwin sitting on 19 home runs. The 1-0. 98 just misses. Ball 2-0. Love to get that 20th home run. I really think it would put a exclamation point on his Rookie of the Year bid, the 2-0. Right down the pipe for a strike 2-1. The thing about the whole Horton thing that people kind of push aside, and I don't think it's fair. Cade Horton came up about a third of the way into the year. It's a 2-1 pitch, down and in. 3-1. And though he pitched well, his innings were very managed. Long breaks in between outings. 3-1 pitch. Swing, lifts it down the left field side. Get up! Get up! Off the wall. That ball's going to get down where the green grass grows. Here comes Drake. He's flying around second, heading to third. He is safe with a triple. Let's go, Drake, baby, on a Saturday night in Braves country.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Rattles that ball just below the 375 sign. If it's just a little bit up, it's going to clear the fence. There's that little dip that heads towards the bullpen, the one that you remember Eddie Rosario making the great catch at the postseason a few years back as he went over it. Not all the way over it, but his torso went over it. Just hit below that. First pitch to Kim is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 brings it 100 miles an hour. Ouch! 1-1. Right there on the outer edge. 1-1 count. Braves nothing, Pirates nothing. Infield drawn in. They'll flip a slider out there, miss outside wide. 2-1. See John and Uncle Charlie pushing buttons. My man Nathaniel Brooks, James Fisher, Gary McCoy, the real McCoy, PETA. 2-1 pitch, outside wide, 3-1. So a 3-1 count. And some folks are watching the tail ends of some ball games, so they'll probably be trickling in. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Man, Kim did not get cheated on that one. He was going high tops for that. Just missed it. 98 miles an hour. You don't have to swing that hard with these guys that throw this hard. You just got to make good contact. The rest will take care of itself. Infield drawn in, so any kind of dink or dunk's going to get over their head. 3-2. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn. Foul territory. Making the catch over there is Flores, one away. Can't chase those high fastballs like that are a touch out of the zone. And if you do go for it with the infield drawn in the way you want to do, you want to make sure you get the bat on top of it. The only way these guys are going to do that is to shorten up their swing. Kim's one of the more polished hitters in the major leagues, but it's not emphasized anymore. First pitch to Michael Harris is right there, down below the knees. It's 1-0. They all worry about spin rate, torque, and exit velocity. Sometimes you just slap the ball where they ain't. It's going to pay dividends. Harris got his 20th home run. First pitch off the 1-0 is a changeup down and in. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Righty-lefty matchup. The pitch. Swing and a miss. See, they call that a changeup, but his changeup comes in at 91 miles an hour. You can call it a changeup all you want, but let's be honest, it's a sinker. The 2-1 swing, chops it over to first. Infield drawn in, good play by Flores. He'll step on the bag, 2 down. Good to see you, Danny. They're not bringing Sonny Gray over. That's been rumored for 2 off seasons. Jen and Sean, good to see you. So I tried to hit up some of y'all here in the Tim's in here tonight. Tree Nug. Well, boy, I bet them trees are a nugget on Saturday afternoons. First pitch to Marcell Ozuna is a swing and a miss, 4-seam fastball. It's 0-1. Justin Green. Thought I saw Robert in here. He's probably getting ready for his football game. The 0-1 swung on, chopped over towards the outfield. That's through for a base hit, and the Big Zoo gets himself an RBI on what is probably his final Saturday night here in Braves country. Sure, B.A. Baracus will be watching his Crimson Tide, but if he's in here, good evening. First pitch off to Alvarez is a 4-seam fastball, misses out of the zone. It's 1-0. Runner at first, 2 out. The Braves lead it 1-0. I put the playoff scenarios at the beginning of today up at the very top of the chat. So if you want to scroll up and read them, that's where we're at. The 1-0, down and away, 2-0. Thank you, Mrs. Peta. Or Miss Peta, I guess I should clarify. Unless she got married the last couple of nights. The 2-0. Swing, fouls it back. 2-1. This will be our last Saturday for quite some time, unless very, very strange scheduling occurs. The 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. But we will be bringing you Monday through Friday wall-to-wall play-by-play in October. And then we're going to play the weekends by ear. We're just not going to go up against big football games, because it does not pay us to. Not enough of the radio stations carry us, which really drives this, and there's never enough views in YouTube to make it worth it. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. I'm also incredibly busy during the football season, so that's got a lot to do with it too. Well, the Braves get a run. We lead 1-0. We'll head to the top of the third, and we'll see if Spencer Strider can have a little better third than he did the second.
Georgia Tech put a 222-point smackdown on the University of Cumberland. But I don't think the full story of the game gets told nearly enough. And that starts with this man named John Heisman. And you might be familiar with that name. They named a pretty big award after him. But at the time, Heisman was coaching baseball and football at Georgia Tech. Heisman was nothing if not a very proud man, and so when Cumberland University put a 22-0 smackdown on his baseball team in the spring, he put his eyes on the fall football date for some revenge. Cumberland disbanded their football team heading into the 1916 season, but he realized that he could fine them $3,000 if they refused to play the game that they had originally agreed to. This is 1916, and that's equivalent to about $84,000 today. Enter George E. Allen, who would later go on to become a pretty notable career politician, but at the time was the captain of Cumberland's baseball team. The university tasked him with getting together some of his fraternity brothers and law school students and making a football team. So George E. Allen and Cumberland show up for this game, and it's worth remembering that football isn't the prominent sport it is today at this time. Most of these guys have never played before and aren't even familiar with the rules of the game. But that was just music to the ears of John Heisman, who proceeded to unleash one of the most vicious rushing attacks you will ever hear about in your life. 26 attempts for 922 yards. 17 of those 26 attempts, that's 65%, were house calls. Georgia Tech didn't throw the ball a single time. They didn't need to. They were averaging 35 yards per carry. On the flip side, Cumberland carried 27 times for negative 42 yards with 9 fumbles. They attempted 18 passes, of which 2 were completed, unless you count the 6 that were completed to Georgia Tech, and they gained 14 yards. 6 of their plays gained positive yardage. They never played Georgia Tech in an athletic event again.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way. Is a strike there on the outer edge from Spencer Strider. It's 0-1, the 0-1. Following that four-seamer is a swing and a miss at the slider. 0-2. Well, hopefully you get a chance to stop in, Peta. Tomorrow's going to be a fun one. So just to lay out what we're going to do, we are going to give you the Braves Pirates. That's over anything else. There's a 0-2 from Strider. Swing blasted, tie game. That ball is a no-doubter. Henry Davis clobbered that pitch, and it's 1-1. Wow. Hanging curveball, cement mixer, balloon, whatever you want to call that. That curve didn't curve. Curved into the upper seats of the left center field area here at Truist Park. Henry Davis is a guy, so he's the catcher tonight, and he's always been known as a big prospect with the bat. But their biggest issue has been where they can put him. Now, he hasn't hit that great this year, but it's been in limited action. A couple of years ago when he came up, he was one of the top prospects in baseball. Speaking of top prospects, O'Neal Cruz 0 for 1 takes the first pitch in the dirt. It's 1-0. But defensively, he's not good behind the plate, or hasn't been. They've been trying to work with it. Is the 1-0. Chopper back up the middle. Kim's got it. Flips it over to first. 1 away. Second consecutive at bat there where O'Neal Cruz has chopped the ball up the middle to Ha-Seong Kim. That is a big dude, man. O'Neal Cruz. He is enormous. I was going to do the tail of the tape with him, but his bats have been so darn quick, haven't had a chance to do it. But O'Neal Cruz is 6'7", 240. So they say. He looks bigger than that. The 0-1 from Strider. There's a slider off the plate. It's 1-0. But back to the Henry Davis thing is Cruz is from the Dominican. Yeah, they say 240. That guy's going to be at least 260. The 1-1 swing. Laces it into left field. Had a lot of top spin on it. Profar was giving it chase, but just couldn't get there in time. 1 up, 1 down. But Henry Davis, by the way, from Bedford, New York, and played his college ball at Louisville. I remember when he was in college, playing college baseball for the Cardinals, because I was wanting the Braves to draft him. Well, he came up in 2023 and didn't really do a whole lot. 225 at bats as the first pitch on the way is chopped over towards Kim. Kim steps on the bag, flips it to first, and I won't be able to finish that story. We'll be back in a flash. Wiley, Profar, and Olsen when we return.
So you know how it works, right? You get the good-looking one, you get the friend, and I take the fat one?
Would you punch me in the face for $1 billion?
I punch you in the face for $40. $1 billion? $1 billion. I would hit you with a snow shovel in front of your mom. For $1 billion? $1 billion. I don't even care if I have to pay taxes on it.
What is your number one takeaway from
this team sucks. Like, I'm telling you, they stink.
Foul on number 99 of the defense. After he tackled the quarterback, he's giving them business down there at the 15-yard penalty.
Some sunshine, 60, Thursday partly sunny skies, and 57. And to another woman who likes to be double-fisted in a different way, I think, Jess.
She means beer. She means beer. Guys, she means beer. Don't put me on YouTube. My God.
So emotions were high as the Royals' first ever postseason began, and the series would match the intensity, with the teams trading wins over the first 4 games, which set up a deciding Game 5 in New York.
I had a feeling that George was going to do something dramatic. It didn't take a genius to figure that out because he did a lot of very dramatic things.
In the top of the 8th, the Royals would be trailing by 3 runs when Brett got his chance to do something dramatic, stepping to the plate with 2 runners on against lefty Grant Jackson.
Charlie Loud, my hitting coach, he kind of, come here, I want to talk to you. Standing on the on-deck circle, I go over to the dugout, and he says, this guy really has a tough time getting the ball away from left-handers. Move off the plate another inch or 2 and just react.
I talked to George yesterday, and he said he doesn't try to go for home runs unless the situation warrants it. He represents a tying run.
High drive, hit to right field. It's gone. There it is. The ball game is tied.
And you can hear the quiet of this crowd.
Welcome back, Braves Country. 1-1 your score. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch to Brett Wisely is right there for a ball. It's 1-0. His stance and everything, when they're far enough away from him, he looks just like Drake Baldwin digging in. 1-0, 98. Smacks the outer edge. It's 1-1 count. I don't know if anyone else has ever mentioned that, but every time I see him. In fact, I think the other night I was calling him Drake Baldwin because I was thinking it in my head. I was like, man, his batting stance and everything is just like Drake. And he's got the little flap that goes over his face so you can't really see his face. So when we first come walking up, I was like, man, Drake's already back up again. First pitch on the way is a 100-mile-an-hour fastball high and out of the zones off that 1-1 count. So a 2-1. If the Braves keep him, we're going to have to come up with a doppelganger name. The 2-1 outside wide, ball 3-1. I don't think we're going to keep Brett Wisely, but we'll see what happens. 3-1 count. Wisely was trying to draw the walk. Very close pitch. He hasn't been calling those, but he did there. That did touch the top of the zone, full count. Chandler, by the way, 34 pitches here to start the third inning. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. 100 miles an hour. Woof. One away. Mets beat the Marlins earlier today. And what that means is, as we scoreboard watch tonight, first pitch on the way is a changeup off the plate. It's 1-0. 2 jerks and perfect. The Reds and Brewers. Reds need to win to continue to lead the final wild card spot. The 1-0. Did that ball get him? He tosses the bat out of the way. I guess it just missed him. 2-0. 100 miles an hour. That'll give you some PTSD with the quickness. Woo! Hot coffee coming in. So a 2-0 count. So a couple things to talk about right here. I'll put it on the screen real quick and then take it away. That is telling you, that picture there, we've already made a show link for it. It is, we're going to be doing these on Friday nights in the fall, the postseason. That is going to be our first, what we're calling Braves Country Theater. You're going to have to be a member to be there. As the first pitch on the way is a slider right there on the outer edge. 2-0, now a 2-1 count. And what we are going to do is we are going to relive when Sid slid as the 2-1. Right there on the intercut to him. So we're going to give you the whole game, and you just got to be there you got to see it to believe it. You don't want to miss that. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Man, he is absolutely cooking. I am so glad. I've got this guy on my Dynasty baseball team. I didn't know he was this good. I only saw the numbers. But they're always playing when the Braves are playing. Saw a couple of videos, but man, 99-mile-an-hour fastball up tight for a strike. It's 0-1. Matt Olson 0 for 1 on the day. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do that on, I believe it's Friday, November 7th, if that's the right date. Double check. I believe it's a 6 or 6:30 we're starting that. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball. Good night, Irene. He is way behind that 1-2. Yeah, Friday, November 7th. Thursday, November 6th, we're doing the first of our Once Upon a Pastime series for this offseason. Is the 1-2 swing, slaps it down the line. And that's going to be the curious case of Shoeless Joe to the Hall of Fame. Remember, we did it for Pete Rose last year. This year we're doing it for Shoeless Joe. That's going to be a trending topic in the coming weeks because he and Pete are now eligible. The 1-2 misses outside wide, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Braves 1, Pirates 1. Bottom of the third. The pitch, swings, rattles it back foul. Volsa could time one of those up, man. I'm telling you. He is going to smoke that over the chop house. That's much easier said than done. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Blew it right by Matty. 4 strikeouts in 3 innings. Cooking on a Friday night in Atlanta. It's Strider's turn. He's only got 2. Pick it up, son.
Quit slow blinking at me.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I would like to rear up and jackknife my legs and kick you both in the jaw with my foot bone. I'll chew through you. Slow blinking eyes. I will chew off your eyelids. You won't slow blink at me, will you?
Did you drink before you came here?
No, but I'm going to start drinking. Probably I'm going to start with Karen Carpenter's head. I'm going to rip her head off, and then I'm going to come back and light you on fire.
That's completely uncalled for.
Really? Do you think it is? Off, Jill. God, everybody hates you. God.
Jim Simpson with Mickey Mantle and Sandy Koufax. And stay tuned now for the 4th game of the 1969 World Series.
Tom Seaver with the pitch. Changes speed, gets it in there for a call strike. Breaking pitch, it's 1-1. Bunts the ball, a good one. It's taken now by Rickett, close to first, and it hit him in the back. Here comes the winning run. The ball is in play. The Mets win the ball game. The Mets win the ball game by a score of 2-1.
Don't bother me. I hold grudges. I don't give a damn. I still hate mother from middle school. I don't wish none of you well. All of you.
But it turned out that the biggest moment of George Brett's career to that point would be just a footnote in baseball history.
We'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning now, and Chris Chambliss steps up, and the crowd comes alive here. Delivers high drive, hits it right center field.
That's gone.
Go! Chris Chambliss has won the American League pennant for the New York Yankees.
George, when you hit the home run, you're not a home run hitter, but 2 were on at the time. Were you going for a home run at that time, George?
Yeah.
No base hit, going for the 3-run home.
The fence was 310 feet. I think I can hit one that far. So I tried to hit one 310 feet.
Welcome back, Braves country. First pitch from Spencer Strider. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Four-seam fastball is followed up by a changeup just off the plate. 1-1. Horowitz, who singled his first time up, batting .272 on the year. The 1-1. Changeup misses to him. Two-one, chops it into the dugout. 2-2. The 2-2, swing pops it up high into right field. Underneath it is Acuna, 1 away. And so one of the things about the oh shoot, did not realize that thing was still on the screen. I apologize. One of the things that has to be talked about, not just should Shoeless get in now that he's been cleared, but also how much more deserving he is than the other ones that are talked about more. As the first pitch on the way to Nick Gonzalez is dribbled over towards second. It was against the shift, but it wasn't a hard hit ball, so Wisely has plenty of time to scoop it, flip it. 4-3, and quickly 2 down. First pitch is a 95-mile-an-hour four-seamer right there for a strike. It's on 1. We'll get into it on the November 6th, but the night of November 6th when we do the Once Upon a Pastime. You haven't been with us on those live. They're pretty fun. Here's a good one. Man, this is a fast-moving game. Check swing. Olsen to Strider. 3-1. That'll end that inning. Well, we'll go back to the drawing board here and see if we can get the lead again. It's 1-1. Bottom of the 4th.
All right, we'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning now, and Mark Littell is on the mound. It'll be Chambliss, Sandy Alomar, and Greg Nettles. This game is for the American League Championship.
Chambliss is so hot he's got his shirt unbuttoned. He's in heat.
Mark Littell delivers high drive, hits it right center field.
That's gone.
It is gone.
Chris Chambliss has won the American League pennant for the New York Yankees. A thrilling, dramatic game with overtones of that great 6th game in the World Series a year ago, and then the 7th game too. What a way for the American League season to end. A spunky young Kansas City team. Look at them mob Chris Chambliss.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
George, you couldn't have tried any harder. Just congratulations to the Royals. Just too bad somebody had to lose.
I came up number 25, and I think it was after my first full season. Al Zeke, our equipment manager, called me and he said, "We just traded Richie Scheinblum. I want you to wear number 5. And I go, "Al, I don't give a crap what number I am." He says, "No, I think you're going to be a pretty good third baseman. I know you like Brooks Robinson. You play number 5. That's the number of their position. I think it would be great." I said, "Fine, give me number 5." Now number 5's up above the scoreboard, so it's pretty cool.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way is a slider right there on the inner cut to Acuna. It's 0-1. So, yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions on the shoeless Joe Jackson thing, so we're going to go over that and give y'all a chance to throw questions and comments on. It's going to be a live event. Anybody can join that. The Braves Country Theater, you're going to have to be a member to see what we have going on there. The 1-1 count, down and in, 2-1. Planning on doing several of these Braves Country Theaters, but that's the first one because it's the first Friday after the season ends. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Also on Fridays, we're going to have Braves Country Today and MLB Today. Those will be 2 different shows that will be done back to back as the 2-2, high and inside, 3-2. And we're going to go over everything in the world of baseball. Braves Country Today will obviously be primarily with the Atlanta Braves. There's a 3-2, chops it down deep into the hole at third base. Here comes the throw, Acuna. Man, that was a good throw by Triolo if he got him. That was a close play. They called him out. Weiss is looking up. Acuna looks dejected, so I guess he's heading back to the dugout. That was such a close play. That guy's got a cannon. I mean, that was like Brooks Robinson style, except the guy that he threw out was Acuna, not some slow-footed oaf. Acuna was busting down the line. Yeah, they just got him. Maybe a quarter step. 1-1 your score, bottom of the fourth. Game 161 here on the plate. The 1-0. Swing! That ball's lifted high off the right field. Down in, and it'll get down. Will they send him? Drake, he's going to be safe. Drake Baldwin goes all the way around first into second. The throw is wide. They didn't do a great job of covering it on the camera, so I do apologize for the call. But he lifted it down the right field line. It dropped and then kind of did a backspin, almost like a pitching wedge in golf. A pretty good throw over there to second base, and for whatever reason, I believe that was Gonzalez couldn't make the catch. If he makes the catch, he's going to be cooked. First pitch on the way to Ha-Seong Kim is inside, 100 miles an hour.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Man, that was
the
close.
Drake.
The Drake is good.
Almost got his shirt. 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. Runner at second. Inside slider 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Yeah, if he makes the catch, Drake's going to be out. Now I will say this: it was a hard thrown ball and it was a short hop. So the 2-0 right there for a strike, 2-1. I'm expecting a Nick Allen to make that play, but not necessarily Gonzalez. And Ha-Seong Kim's been pretty good too, so I'd give him a fighting chance. The 2-1 swing, pops it up, fists it back behind home plate, giving chases Davis. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 down. You can throw up there in the triple digits. You can jam batters a lot easier than most. Though Michael Harris is second it. 0 for 1. See if he can hit them where they ain't and give the Braves a 1-run lead. Drake's at second. 2 outs. The infield is back to the right. First pitch. Change up. 93 miles an hour. It's 1-0. I just have a hard time calling that a change up. I'm sorry. It's 93. 1-0. Swing. Rattles it back foul. 1-1. If he had a true changeup, it would be devastating. So if he could drop a changeup around 85 with a good drop to it and whistling 100, the sky's the limit. That really is more of a two-seamer or a sinker. Pitch on the way to Harris is chopped over towards short, and Harris is going to beat it out. He's got a little moxie going down the line, and Money Mike as an infield single.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
So we've got runners on the corners. Two outs. Marcelo Ozuna starts this at bat off with the strike. It's 0-1. Runners on the corners, infield back and to the left, so a huge hole on the right side as they hold on Michael. Pitch down and away. Looks like the slider. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it. Swing. Bangs it over towards the third base dugout of the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's 1-2. I think most baseball people are going to have a lot of fun this offseason. We're going to do more than we've ever done in the offseason. We're going to make Thursday nights a regular once upon a pastime. Obviously, when things like vacations, etc. We won't be doing it on Thanksgiving night or anything like that. Is the 1-2 inside, 2-2. And then same thing with the Braves Country Theater. We're planning on doing several of those in the off season. Those will typically be on Friday night. The 2-2, swing, chops it foul. Do it again. And the idea with the Once Upon a Pastime is we're going to get it finished before your Thursday night football begins. So for the NFL fans, it's not going to interfere with the Thursday night football. It'll be kind of an appetizer going into that. The 2-2. Swing, chops it back to the mound. That'll be an easy 1-3. Braves put a couple on the board, can't get them across. We go to the fifth. It's 1-1 in a fast-moving game in Atlanta, Georgia.
2 hurricanes in 1 week. This could have all been prevented if we had switched to paper straws.
You're gonna leave me here? We cannot have you around us screwing things up.
You are always stopping by unannounced.
So what? You're my mother.
It's only common courtesy you should call first.
All right, I'll call you next time.
Nope, you're going to call this time.
What?
We're going to practice. Get out your phone.
Practice? I don't need to practice.
Call me.
Oh, I'm talking to you right here. This is ridiculous.
I'm going to show you how this goes. Get out your phone.
Oh, my God, you're losing it, dude. You are losing it. You going to answer?
Oh, shh, quiet for just a minute. I have a call. Hello?
Hey, Mom, I was just wondering if I could stop by.
Right now is not really a good time. I'll give you a call later.
Why are you like this?
Yeah, man, 2 drinks a week, what's that going to do for you? I mean, that doesn't even get you through a day. A reasonable amount, if you're at home, you should be able to have like 4 beer. That's just 2 more. I mean, I'll have 6. Yeah, man, 2.
Derek got kicked out. I put your toothbrush in my
That is nasty. By 1977, number 5 was a firmly established star in Kansas City. The Royals, one of baseball's best teams, George Brett's popularity had gone national too, and the fit was pretty good.
George was larger than life. You know, he was this young bachelor, would see around town, he would be at the bars, he was incredibly charismatic.
You know, I'm single and, successful and making good money at the time, and the more famous you are, it just opened a lot of doors.
I mean, it was crazy. He was a rock star. He was an absolute rock star. We'd go out every night and have fun like 22, 23-year-old kids would do. That's what we did.
Spencer Strider sitting on just 2 strikeouts. We head to the 5th inning. I think I saw his number was 6.5 out in the desert. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball. High and out of the zone, it's 1-0. His number was actually higher than Bubba Chandler's, but that's because the expectation is that Chandler's not going to pitch a whole lot of innings. It's a 1-0 down and into it. Strider's biggest issue the last, we'll say, handful of starts, because he's still, coming back from the injury and everything, is just keeping the walks off the board. He's done it tonight so far, the 2-0, swing and a miss, 2-1. You'd like to see a clean outing here where he doesn't walk anybody, maybe gets 5, 6 strikeouts, goes around 6 innings. The 2-1. Swing, laces it into right field. That's down for a base hit. And nobody out, 1 on to start the 5th. Flores, the batter, the number 8 hitter for the Pirates. First baseman. First pitch on the way is a slider down and away. It's 1-0. 1-0. Runner goes, throw down to second base, nowhere near the base. Shortstop side, and that'll be an easy stolen base on Drake Baldwin once again. That's the one number I hope when they go to compute his Rookie of the Years, do not look at his stolen base numbers. They are stealing at will on him. The 2-0 swing and a miss slider, bending down and away. 2-1. Braves 1, Pirates 1. Top of the 5th. 2-1 outside wide, 2-2. The 3-1 in the dirt, ball 4. So first and second, nobody out. It's his first walk of the night. That'll bring Davis, who slapped one over the left field wall his first time up. First and second, nobody out. First pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The MLB postseason begins on Tuesday. We don't know what games we're going to give you yet because they haven't announced them, but the playoff picture is coming in to fold. We do know is the 0-1 swing, rifles it back foul. It's 0-2. Padres and Cubs are now official, with the Cubs being the home team. The plan is to bring you a doubleheader on Tuesday. It's the 0-2. Misses high, 1-2. Probably have to. The way I'm figuring is it's going to be a doubleheader on Tuesday. Is the 1-2 pitch outside wide. 2-2. It'll be a single game on Wednesday, so I don't lose my voice. And then a doubleheader on Thursday, and then we'll play if there's a game on Friday, because weather could come into fold, all that kind of stuff. 2-2 count. Deuces wild 2 on the 2-2. Right there. Caught, looking strike 3. Punched him out on the outer edge. Slider. Got him. Set him down, Joe. My fingers are so. 1 away. Where you at, Sleepy? Talking about the Hurricanes. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Aren't you in Carolina? Or am I mixing that up in my head? Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1. Swing pops it up. But stay in play it should. Foul territory, but here comes Nacho Man. 2 down. That goes a long way to possibly getting out of this jam. Cruz now, he is now 0 for 3, and he has seen 5 pitches. He was first pitch swinging to start the game. Grounded up the middle to Kim once again in his second at bat. And that was a 2-pitch at bat out. Triolo takes a hack at the first pitch, curveball, right there on the inner track, bangs it down foul. It's 0-1. I think all in all, what we're going to try to do is give you day-night doubleheaders. And depending on who's playing and what time they're playing is how we'll have to. The 0-1, did he go around? He did. 0-2. I'm looking forward to this postseason because this is the first postseason that I can remember in quite some time that there is not a clear-cut favorite to win the World Series. You know, it's disappointing the Braves are not here. You're going to look back, if you don't watch this postseason, that just makes your offseason even longer. You got to stare out the window just an extra month, so you might as well take in. And, you know, the fun thing about watching the postseason when your team's not in it, there's no anguish. There's no, God, can we just win this game? You just kind of watch the chaos ensue. 1-2 count in the dirt, 2-2. It wasn't quite as fun last year, but the year 2023, that was a fun run. After the Braves got knocked out, we brought you the rest of the postseason. And that Arizona-Texas World Series, that was a lot of fun. It was more fun getting to that point. The World Series itself was kind of a dud. There were a couple of good games, but the series itself was not. Reds are all over the Brewers, by the way. 6-1 in the third, so that's good news. If the Reds can win that game, they'll be tied once again, and then it all comes down to tomorrow. 3-2. Did he go around? He did. Strike three. Got him with the yacker. We'll be back in a flash. Spencer Strider, 4 strikeouts. Not too shabby. 1-1 your score.
So we send billions and billions of dollars to foreign countries, but when a disaster happens at home, American citizens get $700? Got it.
Hey, do y'all ever notice how much more careful people drive when there's food in the passenger seat than an actual human being sitting in it?
Yeah, no, I could probably stop cursing. But the way that my life is set up, you see, my day starts at 4:30 in the morning. That is bull. First thing, 4:30 in the morning? Yes, bull. Nothing is good at 4:30 in the morning. I wake up thinking, so, and then I go to work and I do 8 hours of skilled manual labor, building things and framing and such. And that is 8 hours of nonstop just cluster after cluster. So, oh, and then I'm not even accounting for like the little in between that makes me say, who the or how the or where the So probably not. But like I said, it's just because of the way that my life is set up. So I don't even think I'd try. I would fail.
I shouldn't say. I was going to say there isn't a bar in the country he hadn't closed at one point.
I've never seen a guy have so much fun in his life. I mean, he was always the center of attention. George knows how to have fun.
Most players didn't hang out with each other too much on opposing teams. But there was one instance. George and Jamie and I, we were out fairly late. Got back to the hotel, and George couldn't have got more than a couple hours of sleep because he had to get to the airport and go to whatever city they were playing in the next day. And after we played our game that night and got up the next day and looked in the newspaper, George went 4 for 4. He could handle burning the candle on both ends.
Welcome back, Braves Country. First pitch on the way to Nacho Alvarez. Is banged off the plate. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1 swing, lifts it into right field, right center field. Going back on the track, making the running catch at the wall is O'Neal Cruz. A converted shortstop makes a dandy play. 1 away. Cruz's speed and huge reach made that a little more gettable. Would have been extra bases. First pitch to Drake Baldwin is a curveball up top for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Four-seam fastball, 0-2. Wisely, 0 for 1 on the day. The 0-2 swing pops it back foul. Out of play. Looking at your out-of-town scoreboard real quick. Games of note, games of interest, games that matter. Guardians and the Rangers are tied at 2 there in the 5th. The Reds are 6-2 over the Brewers. They're heading to the 4th. The 0-2 in the dirt. Bounces to the backstop. Dodgers and Mariners play tonight. That's not really for standings, but remember, Cal Raleigh's still trying to chase down history. Earlier today, the Yankees beat the Orioles, and the Blue Jays beat the Rays, which means we're going to go to the final day to find out who wins the AL East. The 1-2 swing and a miss. 2 away. So those will definitely be 2 of the games we bring you on the MLB Whip Around tomorrow. We're going to come on the air at 3 o'clock, well, a little before 3 o'clock. And Braves start at 3:05. Charlie Morton is getting the start. I'm going to come on and I'm going to give you the first inning of Charlie Morton's final. Is the pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up, and then another quick inning. We're going to the 6th. I'm going to try to squeeze this in before the game ends. We're going to the 6th inning. We've been playing about an hour. 1-1 your score. They are ready for the golf courses.
Do you know the difference between wallpaper and toilet paper?
No.
Gross.
Hold on to your seats because today we are talking about the legendary career of a man with one of the most interesting names in baseball history, Urban Shocker. His hooked finger on his right hand, which he broke during a game in 1913, helped him throw his breaking ball and his spitter. His 54 scoreless inning streak in the International League is a record that still stands today. He was one of a handful of pitchers that were allowed to throw a spitball after it was banned in 1920. During a game on July 13, 1920, he struck out 14, 3 of which came at the expense of Babe Ruth. He won 20 games 4 consecutive years with the St. Louis Browns, even though the Browns barely played 500 ball during that time frame. In the first 5 years of what is known as the Lively Ball era, he won 107 games, which was more than any other pitcher in baseball at that time. He lived with a heart condition so severe that he had to sleep either sitting or standing up. He led the league in victories once and strikeouts once. He finished top 10 in ERA in 8 of his 9 full seasons. He also finished in the top 10 in wins 7 times. He made 30 or more appearances 9 consecutive times from 1919 to 1927. Before passing away in 1928 due to pneumonia, his career path would have eventually taken him to Cooperstown. Put this man in the Hall of Fame.
Brett was on top of the world, not just a baseball star, but a bona fide sports celebrity. Still, it never seemed good enough for his father.
I remember one time when we were playing the Angels out in Southern California, and I had won a batting championship and had some success and, was making some good money. And after a game, we were going to a friend of his house that lived out in the Anaheim area. And he just started screaming at me in the car for embarrassing him and the family. I remember one time he was in Kansas City staying with me and my wife, and I had a really bad game. And I just called my wife and I said, hey, what are you guys doing? She said, well, your dad went to bed. And I said, I'm just going to stay here. Tell him I'll see him tomorrow night for dinner. I stayed in the locker room, didn't even go home.
Welcome back. Spencer Strider goes back to work. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball to Reynolds. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, lifts it high and deep into right field. Going up against the wall is Acuna. Matata's got it. F9 in your scorecard, 1 away. One up, 1 down, top of the 6th. So tomorrow we're going to come on the air, give you the first inning of Charlie Morton's return. And I got to try to preserve my voice until about 4 o'clock. We're going to come back. So we're basically going to take a couple innings off. And then it's going to be around the clock as the 1-0 pitch is swung on and lifted. The leaping attempt by Wisely. Glove comes off. He grabs the ball, fires it to first. Bad throw near the dugout. I don't think it went out of play. So E4 in your scorecard and a runner at first. He had plenty of time. I don't know why he hurried it like that. The glove came out of his hand, his left hand, as the ball hit the glove. And then the glove hit the ground. It bounced up. Wisely grabbed it and unwisely threw it to first. He threw it wide of the mark. He had plenty of time. I don't know why he was panicking like that. He's not a rookie. First pitch to Gonzalez is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. So we're going to come on, and at about 4 o'clock, we're going to give you the last several innings of not only the Braves game, which will take precedent, but as opposed to going to commercial break, we are going to go to other games in the league, the games of interest, and we're going to bounce around. If you weren't with us for the MLB whip around, then you'll just have to see what it's like, but it's much different than what you get here, where we're going to change the 3D view. We're going to jump in and out of the stadiums. 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. Kind of think of like a radio version, 3D version of Red Zone or MLB Big Inning. 2-1 count. Swing lifted, right center field, and that's going to get up against the wall. Harris could not get to it, plays it poorly off the wall, over his head. Here comes the throw, and runners will be, nope, they're going to send him, and he's going to be safe. So the Braves defense kind of fell asleep at the wheel there, and it's 2-1. Strider gave up his 7th hit. I can't believe right now that they have ruled that an earned run, because Spencer Strider is going to get tagged with that run, though it was Brett Wisely that threw the thing into the dugout. He had plenty of time. That is all year long we've seen this from the scorekeeping here at Tourist Park. They are bad at their job. First pitch is a slider, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. That should be an unearned run. I would think it'll get contested after the game, but it's just a really bad job all year long at Truist Park. The 0-1 down and away, 1-1. Between that and the production team for the television side of it, they have not had a good 2025 at all. 1-1 count. Inside, just misses, 2-1. Strider at 69 pitches. He could still go a couple innings here, but he's got to get dialed in here. Joey Bart, the designated hitter, 1 for 2 on the day. He singled his first time out, grounded out his last time, the 2-1. Nowhere near the zone, 3-1. Standing on deck is Sawinski. Three-1 count, infield back into the left. So tomorrow, definitely looking at it, Reds, Brewers will be a part of the broadcast. The Blue Jays game, the Mets game, the Yankees game is the 3-1 swing and a miss slider, 3-2. Chase one out of the zone. Those 4 will definitely be in play. And we'll see what happens with Cleveland, but Cleveland and Detroit, their games will be in play as well. The payoff pitch, down and away, ball 4. So another walk by Strider, his second of the night. Jose Suarez, the left-hander, is warming up in the pen. You got Sawinski, Flores, and Davis. Harris. 4 batters away is O'Neal Cruz, the left-hander. That may be what Suarez is being set up for. So I would think they're going to give him a decent chance to get out of this inning, but we'll see what happens. First pitch to Sawinski is outside the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Fastball right down the pipeline. 1-1 count in the dirt. Good backhand by Baldwin. Still drives me crazy that they don't teach these kids how to block balls in the dirt anymore. They just have to hope they can backhand it. Whew, I can remember getting yelled at for that. And it was for good reason. You're asking a lot for a guy to be able to backhand a ball in the dirt with the catcher's mitt. The 2-1 hits the spot, did not get the call. Another bad call by home plate umpire Brock Ballou. You may say he's not related, but I think he's about as blind as Buck Ballou. The 3-1 pitch. Swing, slaps it up the middle. Off the glove of Kim, and that's going to be a run. 3-1 your score. Runners at the corners, and there's still 1 out. If they're not on the overshift, it's a double play. The next skipper, I hope, brings some logic into the defensive alignment. I mean, there's no reason for Kim to be over where he is. He is literally standing behind the pitcher. And he's being told to do that. This is not on him. He's being told. So he's literally behind the pitcher when the ball is thrown. You should at least be off his shoulder. Because anything that gets hit directly up the middle, you've got to expect that he is going to get a glove on it. If not, they don't even have the guys have a glove out there. Just do it 1870s style. Go up there, barehand everything. So the idea that you are behind the pitcher at the release is easily one of the dumbest things in sport going on right now. I understand the shift, and if you want to shift, you overshift. A lot of these stats don't really show that you should, but if you want to overshift, I get it. But to the point where you're behind the pitcher makes no sense. Right now, Wisely is a little more where you would expect him. If you can see him back there, he's a little off his shoulder. But on that last play, Kim was literally behind him so that he could run up and touch second base. But that's the assumption that the ball gets hit to the second or first baseman, and they're going to flip it to short. Strider flips it over to first. They did a lot of that overshift in 2021, and they've fallen in love with it. But the game has changed. Guys are starting to learn to hit against the grain, and you can't stick your third baseman in right field anymore. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Since they outlawed that going into the 22 season, the Braves have not won a playoff series. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. 1-2 to Flores, the number 8 hitter. Braves trail 3-1. Davis, who hit a home run, is standing on deck. This Spencer Strider, 80 pitches in a humid night here in Georgia. The 1-2. Pitch on the way. Try to get him to chase that slider again. No dice. 2-2. 2-2 count. Flips it over to first to keep the runner close by. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Runner goes, and they'll have second base stolen once again. Gosh darn it. It's like taking candy from a baby, stealing second base from Drake Baldwin. Are they sending him back to... Oh, did the bat might have tapped on the follow through? Yeah, it barely tapped his... It didn't cause the bad throw, but they will send the runner back down to first. But the strikeout counts. So the runner goes back to first. He'll just have to wait a few pitches to steal that again. Henry Davis up to the plate. Got to get this guy out. He slapped one over the wall earlier. The first pitch, 95, blew it right by him. It's 0-1. Do not throw him a curveball. That's what got him last time, the curve that didn't curve. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Fastball misses. Four-seamer. 1-1. So 1-1 count. November 7th, you will relive the 2000, or not the 2000, what am I talking about? The 1992 NLCS with us, the night that Sid slid. As the 1-1 is lifted in the air, that's going to get us out of the inning. Cunha makes a catch. Braves trail by 2, but it could have been a lot worse. If that's it for Strider, not too bad of a season, but we'll see if he comes back. He's at 85 pitches, 5 strikeouts on the night.
My best advice, catch me while I care, baby, because once I don't, I don't.
So the reason why I'm getting a divorce, because when I woke up, it was my birthday. My wife didn't know it was my birthday. My son didn't know it was my birthday. I went to work. My co-workers didn't know it was my birthday. And my manager called me in and said, Mario. I said, I get in there, and she said, happy birthday. I said, oh, thanks. Then she said, you want to get some lunch? And I was like, okay. And then she was like, you want to go back to my place? And I was like, all right. So I went back to her place, and she was like, let me step in my room. I'll be right back. She got back 5 minutes later, and my kids, my co-workers, my wife was all there to say happy birthday with a cake, and I was on the couch butt naked.
There was something unhealthy about how hard George's father was on him. I think that you start every game being afraid because it's never going to be good enough for your dad.
On the field, the pressures hardly showed. In '77, Brett would lead the Royals to a 102-win season, a second straight AL West title, and another matchup with the Yankees in the ALCS.
It's really one of the great rivalries in baseball history because those two teams were just so chock full of incredible characters.
It was intense, and we genuinely didn't like each other. You know, they had the Yankees, the big, powerful guys from New York, and here we are, the Midwest, and the little lowly Kansas City Royals.
The rivalry between Kansas City and the Yankees was sportsman hate, you know, is what I'll say.
I was in baseball 49 years as a player and a coach. I've never seen intenseness like those two teams played, and we both knew it. Okay, here's the playoffs. We're supposed to end up here. Let's go.
First pitch is a four-seam fastball to Matt Olson. Misses wide. It's 1-0. Looks like that is going to be it for Spencer Strider as the 1-0. outside wide line one. I kind of figured they weren't going to push the envelope with him. He's at 85 pitches. You can tell he's pretty dejected and disappointed by Snicker's decision as a four-seam outside wide to him. I think he kind of deserved the opportunity to go out there and give himself a chance at a quality start. If he put one more inning up, that's what he would have gotten. As the four-seamer misses, 3. Meanwhile, Bubba Chandler's gone deeper than I expected. I thought he'd be pulled after 5 innings. So he's trying to get through 6. 81st pitch of the night. Swing pops it up. That'll be a lazy can of corn. Foul territory. Davis. Oh, he drops it. He drops it. Once again, are they trying to call Olsen out? What is going on here? And Olsen, I've never seen Olsen with any kind of anything. He is mad. I don't know what they're trying to call on him. I'm going to look it up real quick. He is getting the what for. Snickers finally got a hair. Acuna is pulling him back. Man, that tells you something right there. Acuna is, and Snickers giving the what for, because you know what? You can't handle the truth. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to retire right here, right before I kick your ass. I have never seen Snicker this mad. Olsen got kicked. Here comes the replay. They're trying to say, I think they're trying to say that he got in the way of Davis. He didn't. He went around him. Olsen, I mean, come on. Is that what the call is? That's what it is. What a jackass. Brock Blue, we've made fun of him all night long. He is an idiot. The 1-0. Problem with that call is it can't be challenged. But he pops it up. He's standing there so for those of y'all who couldn't see it, he pops it up. He's standing there in the batter's box, where you're supposed to be. He's looking at the ball. Davis is trying to get around him. It's not Olsen's fault that Davis is a buffoon. He's terrible at defense behind the plate. It's one of the reasons why he's had a hard time finding his sticking point in the major leagues. So he's trying to get around him, but he did not stop him from catching the ball. It's one thing if you're dancing around. He stayed still. So he gets around him. He still has a chance to make the catch. And that idiot behind the plate, Brock Blue, Bozo Blue, as the 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. He calls him out. Man, I'll tell you what, Olsen is absolutely just on fire right now. You never see this much passion in Olsen's face. He is absolute. He would love to take him outside and knock the crap out of him. And I've already seen, I won't repeat what he said, but you've read the dugout a few times from him. He is basically questioned his manhood and everything else. That's going to be it for Bubba Chandler. That's going to be it for Bubba Chandler for the 2025 season. Tell you what, that kid's got a heck of a career in front of him. We're going to head to break. When we come back, the Braves trail by 2. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. this date in 1896, in the season finale, played at Louisville's Eclipse Park, Cleveland Spider outfielder Jesse Burkett gets 3 hits in his team's 4-3 victory to finish the year with a .410 batting average. The future Hall of Famer, nicknamed Crab, becomes the first player to hit 400 in consecutive campaigns, having batted .405 the season before. On this date in 1944 at Fenway Park, the Boston Yanks lose their National Football League debut, with Boston College alum Teddy Williams scoring the squad's only touchdown in the 28-7 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Owner Ted Collins selected the name Yanks because he initially thought the new franchise would represent New York and play their home games at Yankee Stadium, before the New York Football Giants refused to share the New York metropolitan area. And on this date in 1961 at Yankee Stadium, Roger Maris ties Babe Ruth's 34-year-old single-season record with his 60th home run of the year, a high drive down the right field line on a curveball thrown by Orioles right-hander Jack Fisher. The Sluggers' homer comes in the 159th game of the expanded season, keeping Ruth as the single-season home run leader according to Commissioner Ford Frick, who ruled the mark to be shared or broken had to come before the 154th game. This has since been erased, his foolish ruling now just a footnote in history. Chase Shugart, the 3.50 ERA comes on. He's set to face Drake Baldwin, who's 2 for 2 on the night. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Bubba Chandler, 5 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 earned. Is the 1-0 outside wide, 2-0. Spencer Strider, 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 3 earned, but put an asterisk there. That's going to get overturned. There's no way that that was an earned run on the error by Brett Wisely. 2-0, right there at the knees. 2-1. Got a guy that dropped the ball out of his glove, spun and threw it into the dugout, and the runner was 3 steps away from first, and that's not an error. Kiss my grits, Mel. The 2-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. The pitch. Caught looking, strike 3. Outer edge, and that'll end the inning. But not before. Matt Olson gets unfairly tossed, and we're still getting it from the dugout. I'm not even sure who that was. There was some random guy in there. I think he's a fan sitting in the dugout. He was cussing him out. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I like to use big words around people just to make myself seem more photosynthesis.
My husband messaged me today and he said, whenever you go out today, don't forget to go get bread at the bakery so Greg can greet you. And I messaged her back and said, who the is Greg? And he said, no, I just wanted to make sure you saw my text message, just confirmation. I was like, oh, I'm with Greg now. I thought that you saw me. And he was like, where the are you at? And I said, near the bakery. And he said, I'll be there in 15 minutes. And then he messaged me back and he said, I'm at the bakery. Where are you at? And I said, I'm still at home. While you're there, go ahead and get bread.
Are either of you homosexuals?
You mean like flaming or?
Well, it's a standard question we have to ask.
No, we're not homosexual, but we are willing to learn.
Yeah, would they send us someplace special?
Over the first 4 games of the ALCS, the team's shared hatred was plain to see. It would again all come down to a decisive Game 5, with the tension and temperature peaking.
This is it, the American League Championship. The whole season comes down to 9 innings of baseball between the Royals and the New York Yankees.
It didn't take much for anybody there on either side to get into a ruckus. I'll never forget the slide that George had in the third base with Nettles.
First inning, I hit a triple off Guidry.
Right center field, Mickey Rivers chasing it hard. He cannot get it. Here comes McRae. He will score easily. Brett is playing for 3 to throw.
close play at third base. I remember sliding, and you're going all out, slid late, and my momentum took me over the bag. As I came up, I kind of pushed Greg. He took offense to it, and he just kicks me right in the mouth with his left foot. And I kind of go like, I'm going, what the hell was that? And I just get up and throw a haymaker at him.
Eli White's going to come on for Matt Olson as the first pitch on the way from Ranger Suarez, who comes on for Spencer Strider. And Walt Weiss will come on for Brian Snicker. Everybody's going home. 1-1 count. Lefty-righty matchup. Pitch on the way. Four-seam fastball to Tommy Pham. This is outside wide to him. They are 2-1. Chops it over to short. Kim's got it. Fires it over to first. 6-3. Pham comes in to pinch hit for Cruz. They could do a number of things. We'll see how they play, but they could slide Pham over into left field and have either Sawinski or Reynolds play center. They both have in the past. Four-seam fastball starts off the at-bat with Triolo. P at the knees. It's 1-0. Four-seamer. Outside wide. 1-1 count, swing, rips it up the middle, change up, worm burner, and it's a one-out single for the Buccos. They'll play the infield back into the left on the overshift. Brian Reynolds, the number 3 hitter, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. First pitch. Slider. Right there for a strike. It's all 1. The 1. Good old-fashioned showdown of the Pittsburgh Alleghenies versus your Boston Red Stockings. Chops a foul over too. The original just called the Alleghenies and then the Pittsburgh Alleghenies. Off the Allegheny River in Pittsburgh. Started playing ball in 1882. The Braves, back then known as the Red Caps, before that the Stockings, the Red Stockings, were in Boston. They started their franchise in 1871, winning 4 of the first 5 world championships in what was called the National Association. Transferred to the National League, which is essentially the same league. Many of the same teams came over and created a new league. As they flip it over to first. And before the World Series began in 1903, the Boston Ball Club, that is now the Atlanta Braves, were baseball royalty. Runner goes, 1-2 pitch, throw is outside wide. Throw once again is from Drake Baldwin, who's far left of the bag. Don't think he was going to get him anyways. A pretty good jump. He's got to get more. They've got to work with him big time in the offseason about his catch and release. Because 75% of the time he throws the ball down to second base, it's to the shortstop side of the bag, and the ball's drifting down and away. As the 2-2 misses 3-2. They're going to have to I think Kranitz is trying to get kicked out. He's arguing a pitch that definitely missed the zone. The 3-2 swing lifts it into center field, and making the running catch is Michael Harris. He'll flip it back into the infield. Good hustle. 75% of your world is covered by water. The rest by Michael the Hawk Harris, 2 away. Robin singles like Andrew Jones used to do on the regular. First pitch is on the way outside wide. Lefty, Horowitz versus Suarez. It's 1-0. 1-0. Misses. 2-0. So the Pittsburgh Pirates, they've been playing baseball almost as long as the Braves. Their first title came in 1901. The 2-0 misses outside wide, 3-0. They won back-to-back championships in 01 and 02, and then in 03, when the World Series began, they lost the best of 7 series to the then Boston Pilgrims, now the Red Sox. 3-1. The pitch is right there on the outer cut. So a 3-1 count. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch on the way. Down and away, ball 4. Horowitz will head on down to first. First and second, 2 outs. They have won a total of 9 pennants. And if you count the 2 World Series or the 2 World Championships along with their 5 World Series, they've won 7 of those. 5 World Series titles, 7 total World Championships. They did not start the World Series until 1903. There was no World Series in 1904 or 1994. 94 was because of the strike. 04 was because the New York Giants refused to play the American League in the World Series. Gonzalez, the number 5 hitter, comes to the plate. First pitch swinging, hammers it over to short. Kim's got it, flips it to Wisely, and that'll end the inning. So nothing doing for the Pirates. 3-1 your score. Time to get up and stretch, Braves country. We've got 3 more innings left here on a Saturday night in 2025. Welcome back, Seam Heads. Bottom of the 7th we go. Braves trail by only 2. I hope y'all are ready for a wild ride tomorrow, because we're going to have games flying in and out and everything on the line. Braves Pirates will also be on the docket. We'll be bouncing back and forth from Atlanta to wherever the action is with the 3D on our MLB whip around. Braves game will take precedent. We will be there the majority of the time, but when Braves game goes to commercial, we're going to bounce somewhere else. We will stay on until the last team is officially declared into the playoffs. And there's going to be a lot on the line tomorrow. You always figure things are going to be figured out by now, and somehow, some way, the last game of the season is never just ho-hum for the entire league. First pitch on the way to Ha-Seong Kim is swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. I wish Kim would have just tripped Davis right there. The 0-1. Outside wide. 1-1. Shugart still back out there for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's at just 7 pitches. Pitch swung on, fouls that back. Do it again. Pitch on the way, 95 miles an hour, misses high, 2-2. Ha-Seong Kim 0 for 2 on the day. A 2-2 count, batting .241, 5 home runs, 17 RBI. The 2-2, caught looking strike 3, pumped it right down the plate. Took a 4-seam fastball without even an offer. No way. Michael Harris II, your batter. First pitch on the way. 88 off the plate. It's 1-0. Harris, 1 for 2 on the day. Singled. An infield single, his first time up. 1-0 misses. Or last time up, excuse me. 2-0. Standing on deck is Ozuna. Then you have Alvarez, and if they keep the line moving, Wisely. The 2-0. Swing. Lifts it. High and deep into left field. Not quite deep enough. Drifting back, making the easy catch is Pham in left. 2 down. Pham did take over in left like we expected, and Sawinski in center. Yorkie has taken over for Flores. He is at second base. And Horowitz has moved from second to first. The Braves, we mentioned earlier, have Eli at first now. Marcell Ozuna takes the first pitch off the plate. Sweeper misses. 1-0. All the games in Major League Baseball started at the 3 o'clock hour tomorrow. 1-0. Swing, rips it up the middle. Chopper. Easy 4-3 put out, and the Braves go down quietly. And I mean without a peep. Well, we got the 8th inning. We know what that means in Braves country.
106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
When buying a beer, don't make this mistake. Buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Okay.
Let's get it! Hey!
Have dinner, ready?
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is not...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
Welcome back. Tyler Kenley will come on. First pitch on the way, slider. Slice foul down the right field line. It's 0-1. Joey Bart. Designated hitter, 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. Sawinski on deck, Yorkie in the hole. 1-0. Swing and a miss, slider. The 0-2 count. Swing, chops it down the third base line, foul. Braves trail 3-1. Bad news. The good news is we've got the top of the order on the way. A bloop and a blast can tie this game. The 0-2. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky, can of corn. Shortstop, Hassan Kim. F6, one away. 1-0 count to Sawinski. Slider in the dirt. 2-0. Sorry, I had to step away for a second. I thought there was something going on outside. Sawinski, 2 for 2 on the day. The 2-0 right there. Slider at the knees, 2-1. Welcome in, Leanne. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, slices it foul. Out of play, 2-2. Tomorrow, once again, we'll be coming on at 3 o'clock and then give you the first inning of Charlie Morton's return. And then after a couple of innings, we're going to go full bore, no commercials, all throughout Major League Baseball. The MLB whip around, focusing on Braves Pirates. No commercial breaks. We're going to take you from city to city. The payoff pitch. Lifts it. Who wants it? Harris calls off Acuna. 2 down. Two up, 2 down, top of the 8th. I don't know where you're going, Iron Lung, but we're not going anywhere. First pitch on the way is a slider down below the knees. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. Just misses outside, 2-0. Two-0 count. Swing lifted high into left field, and making the catch is Profar. That'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Well, you can take Braves Country Radio wherever you go. Iron Lung will be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Donnie Moore out of the bullpen to face Dave Henderson. In there, they're 2 strikes away. 1-2 to left field and deep and down he goes back and it's gone. Unbelievable. You're looking at one for the ages here. Dave Henderson in obscurity in Seattle in August. Playing both ends against the middle in October. Unbelievable.
You like jelly beans? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You don't even know what do you even know what a jelly bean is?
It's something nasty.
No, it ain't.
So what does a jelly bean even taste like?
Sugar.
Like sugar? Ooh, no wonder it's nasty. Sugar's nasty.
It ain't on strawberries and jelly beans.
Explosion was expected.
That's all it took. You know, George was playing with fire, and Nettles was playing with fire.
Greg Nettles kicked Brett after Brett slid. Brett came up swinging.
Nettles kicked him. What are you going to do? You're going to get up, and George didn't care who it was. You're going to kick him. He's going to fight.
You can see how the bad blood continues between these 2 ball clubs.
Thurman Munson comes up, and he's one of the first guys in the pile. But I'll never forget this. He's laying on top of me, shielding me. He said, "George, it's Thurman. I got you covered. No one's going to take any pot shots at you." How cool was that?
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Nacho Alvarez comes to the plate. Really quiet night. He struck out in the line out to center. Set to face Justin Lawrence, righty-righty. Sidewinder brings the first pitch, 95 at the knees. Another blown call by Brock Ballou. It's 1-0. Say 75-85% of that ball hit the zone. Maybe a Pirate will get kicked out now. The 1-0 brings it. Another blown call, 2-0. Kind of a three-quarters delivery from Justin Lawrence. The 2-0 count. Right there, 94 grabs the seat. 2-1. So if you count the 7 titles by the Pittsburgh Pirates Alleghenies and the 16 world titles by the Atlanta Braves, Red Sox, Red Caps, Doves, Rustlers, whatever you want to call them. There's the 2-1 right there is first strike, 2-2. 25 world titles between these two since 1871, the 2-2. Pops it up. Can of corn. Catch made over there by second baseman Yorkie. One down. Pittsburgh Pirates, long storied franchise. Of course, the Hall of Fame that we gave you last night for the audio, Dave Parker went in. We've also have guys like Roberto Clemente, the great Honus Wagner, Willie Stargell, Ralph Kiner, Jim Leland, Vernon Law, Al Oliver, even Barry Bonds, the known cheater. But before he was sticking steroids in him, he was a Pittsburgh Pirate. Doing it honestly, we believe. 1-1 to Wisely. Trying to get on to the top of the order. The pitch on the way, swing, fouls it away, 1-2. Two, fouls it back. And of course the Braves with Hank and Chipper and Maddox, John Smoltz, Warren Spahn, Eddie Matthews. Dale Murphy should be in. Andrew Jones should be in. The 1-2 outside wide, slaps it down the line and do it again. One-two count. Inside 95, 2-2. And guys that played for the Boston Braves, and before that, obviously, they were called the Red Stockings and the Boston Red Caps, etc. As the 2-2 chase the sweeper well into the dirt. 2 down. I have no desire to see this Brett Wisely on a regular basis. He's some kind of a depth piece for the minor leagues, that's fine, but he's not a second baseman in the major leagues. Nick Allen should be getting the starts. I mean, this is ridiculous. Hell, Bozo got kicked out of the game. Why doesn't Walt Weisco do the right thing and put Nick Allen at second? First pitch on the way is a sweeper outside wide. It's 1-0. And the great Boston Red Stockings, we'll just call them for argument's sake, they changed the name several times. Back when they were in Boston, before they went to Milwaukee and Atlanta, we had guys like Harry Wright, Al Spalding is the 1-0, swung on, lifted, high and deep. If it's fair, it's gone. It is foul, just foul past the right field foul pole, 1-1. He had Harry Wright, who's one of the very first greats of all of baseball. Al Spalding, that's the guy that created Spalding Sporting Goods. George and Harry Wright, Jim O'Rourke, Deacon White, Mike King Kelly is the 1-1, foul back 1-2. The great Rube Waddell even had a cup of coffee with the Braves organization. So 1-2 count. Oh my God. This dipstick, Brock Ballou, is now calling Jurickson Profar out on a third strike. Because he asked for, let's see the replay. He's saying he wasn't engaged. He was engaged. This guy. My God. Someone needs to investigate whether or not he put some money on the Pirates tonight. Because this is above and beyond. Wow. We'll be back in a flash. They called him out on a third strike. Brock Ballou is an absolute clown. We'll be back. 9th inning we go.
Losses for a pitcher are just part of the game, but what Lefty Gomez lost while playing for the Yankees goes way beyond that. You might want to sit down for this one. Lefty Gomez had a pretty great career. He was a 5-time World Series champ, a 7-time All-Star, and eventually a Hall of Fame. While most pitchers struggled with control, Lefty struggled to gain weight. His 150-pound frame had the Yankees worried he wouldn't be able to pitch late into games. For 3 consecutive seasons, he would be ordered by Yankees owner Jacob Ruppert to spend a month at a health farm in Saratoga, California to gain weight. While all of this went on, in his first big league camp, Lefty would be struck with a line drive that would result in caps on his front teeth. The Yankees, who were already displeased with Lefty's ability to gain weight, commanded their young pitcher to have all of his upper teeth pulled. The reasoning, the pitcher's slight build could be due to a dental problem. There was no medical substantiation other than the fact that this was common practice during the time. So Lefty had a choice, get all his upper teeth pulled or risk being released from his contract. In the end, Lefty had the procedure done and the rest is history. Lefty wouldn't be the only victim of this tomfoolery. Lou Gehrig had all of his teeth yanked in the 1930s also.
It would be a blow for the Royals if George Brett is ejected.
I don't think anyone got thrown out of the game.
Nobody got kicked out of the game.
Like nothing makes less sense. Everybody was just like, all right, let's let cooler heads prevail and let's play ball.
Unfortunately for Brett and the Royals, though, when play resumed, it would be the Yankees who finished on top and grabbed another pennant.
In time, double play, the ball game is over. The Yankees win the American League pennant. That says it all for the Kansas City Royals and their stunned fans.
It was a tough one, especially that one at home. We lost in Yankee Stadium. You get to see them celebrate, which was really bad. But when they celebrate on your own field, that's tough. That's really hard. I mean, that was a tough one to swallow. Then we face them again the next year. Crazy.
Got a 2-0 count from Raisel Iglesias. We start the top of the 9th inning. Profar didn't get ejected, but man, he looks like he's about to give the one. I mean, his eyes are lit up. The 2-0 swing, fouls it back 2-1. Eyeglasses into the game, could be for the last time. You've got Charlie Morton being piggybacked by Chris Sale. And you got to figure there's not much of a chance that they go to Iglesias again tomorrow. If Morton gives you any kind of a, and they may only go to him for 1 inning, but if let's say he goes for any kind of depth, 3-4 innings, Chris Sale could very well close it out. The 2-2 brings it, swing, says it's a foul. Braves trail 9-1, or 3-1 in the 9th. Sorry, it's not quite that bleak. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Good pitch by Eyeglasses, one away. You'll notice by tomorrow we took a few out, but we'll have them back by tomorrow for Country Club members. We will have the different teams that are fighting for playoff supremacy into the chat emoji, so whoever you happen to be pulling for. As a sinker off the edge one. I think there was someone in here that didn't like the red, so we'll even put a Mets emoji in there for you. It might be the mess, but we'll put one in there. 1-0. Outside wide. 1-1. I can kind of see the argument as the Reds do lead the Brewers 7-4 in the 7th. Because when you were growing up in the 60s and 70s, 80s, the Braves and Reds were rivals in the NL West, so I kind of get it. But it's been so long since they've been division rivals, I've kind of put that by the wayside, the 2-1. Inside 2-2. I have not forgiven the Dodgers, but that's neither here nor there. The Reds weren't any good in the 80s when I was growing up, so I didn't despise them. The Dodgers always seemed to chase us down. The 3-1 fouls it back, full count. 3-2 pitch. Brings it. 96 outside wide, ball 4. And he'll head on down to first base. We'll be here, Iron Lung. First pitch on the way is a sinker down and away. It's 1-0. Once again, all the games start at the same time tomorrow, the 3 o'clock hour. We're going to come on and give you the first inning of the Charlie Morton experience. Then I got to rest my voice because for the last 2 hours, it's going to be no commercials. Braves and the rest of the league right here on Braves Country Radio. Pitch on the way is swung on, hit over to short. Kim's got it, fires it to second. It's a 6-4 putout. Couldn't turn the double play, but there are 2 down. First pitch swinging, changeup. Brian Reynolds is trying to go downtown. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Yeah, something about that Brock Ballou too is he is definitely wanting to be the star of the show. He's a younger umpire. Most of them are schmucks because they want it all about them. And he puts on a show back there, and these things that he's doing, calling guys out, he immediately takes his mask off so the world can see who he is. And the way he does it just tells me that he is trying to create something for himself there. The 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. The best umpires in the world, you never know that they're behind the plate because they do that good of a job. The 2-2, swing, smokes it up the middle. Harris cutting it off, but they'll go first to third, and runners on the corners with 2 outs. So I know we'll be keeping track of at least 5 other games along with the Braves games tomorrow. We'll be popping in and out, giving you the 3D action on all of them. And it looks like we're going to have a ton of things on the line as the 4-seam fastball just spoke down the line. It's 0-1. Never tried to do it this way before. Final game of the season. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But after trying to go 3 hours without a commercial break on Wednesday, I realized, man, your voice is going to give out. So we're going with a solid 2. Should be a great way to end the regular season. And then we go to the postseason, where you can all jump in here and watch the games with us. As the first pitch on the way is a swing and a miss changeup. off that 1-1. Pulled the string on that one. It's 1-2. That ought to be a lot of fun. Those first couple of rounds in the postseason were a blast. The 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Got it. So we'll head to the bottom of the ninth, see if we can walk this sucker off or at least tie it up. We got the heart of the order coming to the plate. For some reason, the Braves cast thinks Olsen's coming up. It's not, it's Eli White.
I farted in the Apple store today and everybody got real pissed. It's not my fault they don't have windows.
Your home plate collision with catcher Ray Fosse. All-Star games are viewed somewhat differently now by players than back then. There just isn't the same competitive spirit today that there once was. But even then, you took some criticism for that hit. But what people may not know, there was no bad blood between you and the catcher. There was no ill will.
Listen,
I believe you'd gone out with him like the night.
I could be 100% wrong on this, Graham, but here's my philosophy on that. If you paid to see me play a game, my obligation to you is to do everything within the rules to win the game. And if you don't want to get hurt, don't block the plate. He had the plate blocked. I had to do what I did. I don't care if it's a spring training game or if it's a World Series game or an All-Star game or a regular season game. There was 55,000 people paid big bucks to watch that game. What am I supposed to do, just slide in and say, go ahead and tag me, I'll go the extra innings? Your obligation to the fans is to bust your ass and play as hard as you possibly can.
In Game 3 of the '78 ALCS, number 5 would put on a show against Catfish Hunter at Yankee Stadium.
That pitch is hit high in the air and deep to right. It is gone in the upper deck for Brett. Brett hits it well again. Rivers turns his back, goes back. It is gone. Brett is 2 for 2.
Performance that George put on was, I don't know, maybe he might have been Mr. October that day. He was a bad man.
George Brett hits it to right field. Is it 3 in a row? Yes! Incredible! What a performance!
George, every year in the postseason, was at a different level. That moment would be seared in baseball history forever, if not for the game they lose.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Dennis Santana on to try to close this one out. First pitch on the way. Eli White misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. High socks from Santana. Kicks and fires. Swing, fouls it back. One count. 87-mile-an-hour slider down and away. 2-0. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Slider 2-2. The 2-2. Swing, chops it foul. Just enough to stay alive. We'll do it again. Reds lead the Brewers 7-4 in the 7th. They can hold on. It's going to be all or nothing for the Reds and the Mets tomorrow, facing the Brewers and the Marlins. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase the slider well out of the zone. One away. Eli White was on for Matt Olson, who was ejected after upset and fittingly so for getting called for interference. And the catcher ran into him as he stood still during an at-bat on a pop-up. Catcher dropped the ball, and the home plate umpire, Brock Ballou, blamed it on Olson standing in the batter's box. I mean, what a bozo. First pitch on the way is a ball right there to Ronald Acuna Jr. It's 1-0. 1-0. Check swing. 1-1. Bounces it towards the first base dugout. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Sinker right through the zone, 1-2. Lifted down the right field line. Will it stay fair? That ball's going to get down. Seeing eye single. Acuna takes a wide turn, but slams on the brakes. And your Atlanta Braves have something cooking here. 1 on, 1 out.
Bravo.
Not the hardest hit ball, but it'll look like a rocket in the scorecard tomorrow morning.
Bravo.
And the Drake representing the tying run, sitting on 19 home runs for the season. First pitch swinging, change up, over the top. 0-1. Runner goes, throw down to second base. Acuna's got it stolen, and there you go. Got a runner in scoring position. It breaks up the double play opportunity. Really wasn't that great of a jump, but good acceleration. His 9th stolen base of the season. That sets him up for a potential double digits tomorrow. The 0-2. Dirt. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Chase the changeup down in the zone. 2 down. So the Braves are down to their last out. Up to Hassan Kim, who's 0 for 3. First pitch, 94, way outside wide. It's 1 out. The 1-0. Slider misses. 2-0. 2-0 count. Way outside wide, ball 3-0. Kim can get on. He would represent the tying run. Michael Harris representing the winning run coming to the plate. The 3-0 count. Santana brings it. 95 right down the pipe, 3-1. Taken all the way, as he should. The 3-1. Swing, lifts it into center field, and that should end the game. Fly ball out. F8 your scorecard, and the Braves have dropped now 3 in a row after winning 10 in a row. Braves lose a tough one. Real quick on the numbers. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Braves. 3-10-0 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we will have to head to tomorrow and hope that we see a good, strong finish in the season finale. It'll be Charlie Morton and Chris Sale on the piggyback We're going to have the MLB whip around coverage as well, where we're going to be giving you the Braves game and all the other games all at once, like a tornado coming at you in baseball action. Looking forward to it. Tomorrow should be a fun ending to the season, the regular season, and then the postseason. We begin on Tuesday. Y'all have a great one, Braves country. Tough loss for the Braves, 3-1, our 86th loss of the year. Pirates get win number 71. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with one inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With the smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.